Okay, in this video we're going to discuss just general sprue position in the mill phase of the inLAB 4.0 software. I'm just going to go through a couple different scenarios of a full crown, a veneer, an inlay, onlay, and a bridge, just so you can see the differences and how you control the sprue. So here you can see we've got tooth number 4, tooth number 5, full contour restorations. Let's go ahead and bring tooth number 5 to the mill phase. And you can see we're using looks like a Vita Trilux block here. So we went through the actual dock bar icons in a different video. So let's just go ahead and show you how to do the sprue. This is exactly similar to how you would do it in SARE 4.0. We just can right click on sprue, or click tools, click on sprue, and you're going to get the little circular area that you can drag the restoration around to move the sprue. Okay, so you guys are all used to this if you've been using 4.0. It's exactly the same, so there should be really no confusion with that. Okay, so now let's go on to do an inlay and onlay. So here's an inlay and onlay in tooth number 15, and exactly the same as the crown. If we go ahead and hit sprue, we have the little circular area that we can drag around to get the sprue. You even have the ability to put the sprue actually right in the intaglio if you'd like. Just like that. So you do have that possibility with inlays and onlays. You still can hit sprue and move it circularly. Now the differences are going to come about with the other two common restorations, which are going to be bridges and veneers. Let's start with the bridges. Here is an anterior bridge from tooth number 22 to 24. This was just done in Emax, and now if we click the sprue, you're going to notice that we don't have the ability to actually rotate that with a little circle. And the reason's pretty clear. We don't have the ability, we don't have the width of the block to do that. So you've got two different choices. That's either the green, and the one that's green is the one the software actually recommends, or you could go to the other side, which in this case is going to be the mesial. If I put my cursor over, you can see that turns it orange. Just click on that, and it'll switch it around to the other side. So whenever you're doing bridges, whether it's full contour or multi-layer or anything like that, you're only going to have two options to move the sprue, which is the mesial or the distal. Okay, so lastly, let's go quickly through veneers. And here is a veneer in tooth number 8. You can see it's in a Vita Trilux block. And now with veneers, it's a little bit different. You have to really watch the multi-layer to make sure you get it in the right layer. You don't want the transparent to be down at the cervical and vice versa. So if I go ahead and hit on sprue with a veneer, now it gives me the same type of options as the bridge. I can't rotate it around, but I've got 4 different areas where I can place the sprue. I could go here and go on the mesial, I could go on the lingual, or the distal, and move the sprue around that way. Now again, where the software recommends it is going to be out in green, which is obviously probably the best part of this scenario, which would be the facial surface. So that's how a veneer works. Now if you get into some issues with a veneer, and none of these are ideal, which can happen on real, in some circumstances, real thin veneers for instance, if you really want to do it, you can go back to administration. We can go ahead and edit tooth number 8, click on crown, biogeneric copy, tooth number 8, click OK. Now when we do that, when we change actual designation, we're going to have to go back to the model phase and redesign it. So we'll go ahead and set that insertion. We'll just do it really quickly here. It's going to actually keep our margin. We'll do our insertion axis. Redo the copy line. Again, we're just going to go through this fairly quickly. Get our proposal. Okay, so there's our initial proposal. So again, you can get pretty good proposals in crown mode as well. We'll move it to the mill phase, and now you'll have the ability to go ahead and rotate that around on all axes because it's not in veneer mode, it's in crown mode. So when I hit the sprue, we'll be able to actually move this around wherever we want to do it, even if you want it on the lingual like that. Okay, so that's how you can control the sprues. We didn't go through some of the other ones like telescope and things like that, but maybe in other videos, or you can figure those out on your own. Just the most common ones, which would be veneer, inlay, onlay, crown, and bridges.